So we're in the final week of GnuCash, and what I want to do is I want to go ahead and close the month. So how do I do a bank rec? How do the reports look? And then I'm just going to go ahead and give it my grade or my recommendation. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so here I am back in GnuCash in my fake church, and if I was at the end of the month, the first thing I would do is I would go ahead and reconcile. So let's go ahead and do that. And so if we double click this, you get the option way up here to reconcile. So one of the things that I didn't play around with was these scheduled transactions. But one of the things I noticed was if you start entering in, so like the Sunday offering, for example, it's going to remember that. So it's going to go ahead and remember exactly how I entered it. And so that is a nice plus. I'm going to delete that though. Delete that transaction. And up here is the reconcile button. So let's go ahead and click that. And I'm going to go ahead and choose it as of the last day of the month. It's going to give me a warning, says there's still more days in the month. And if my balance is different than this, then I'd enter that in there. One of the things I noticed is include sub accounts. So I've seen churches do this quite often where they use sub accounts in their checking account to track donor restricted funds. So I think that would be an option as well for a church if you wanted to use GnuCash. And here I am. One of the things I notice is I don't think there's a way to just select all. So I'll just go ahead and do that. I think if I wanted to dive into a transaction, I could. Wanted to edit it, I could. How do I get back though? I don't know how I get back. Okay. Looks like, well, that's not convenient. Okay, but everything's still checked. Okay. And I'm going to say finish. And I notice right here, this is the reconciliation column, and all those have turned to Y for yes. And okay, so everything's reconciled. Let's go ahead and run a balance sheet. Balance sheet, it says as of December 31st, 2026. What I think I would probably do is go to the display. Actually, go to general, make it as the end of the month, end of this month for what we're doing today. Single column. Actually, I do not like that. I don't think there's a way to show like this period versus the previous period or the previous year, which kind of sucks. I do not want to include all those zero balances. You see how it's including every single account, whether it has any activity or not. And I don't like these parent accounts having a balance, but I wouldn't mind having a subtotal. Let's go ahead and apply those. So that's how that looks. And the nice thing about this is if you click on those links, you can dive right in there. So if you had a question like this would be a big question for me. Why is that negative 200? I could dive into that and look at that. All right. And it looks like I can print it, save as a PDF, export. What is that? I don't know. But I could also save it is what it looks like. Okay, so not a bad report. I do wish you could compare it to a previous period, but not bad. Let's go ahead and look at the profit and loss. All right, and again, the default comes up as for the whole entire year. So let's go ahead and change my options to the end of this month. And I could change it then to statement of activities. And let's get rid of those. Show the subtotals and do not show those. All right, so That shows me the income pretty easily, shows me the expenses. Not a bad report. And again, if I could save it, and it would be okay. Again, I would like it to be comparative or show you the current month versus the year to date, but those would just end up being two separate reports. Okay, so I think I've seen enough of GnuCash. So I'm going to go ahead and rate it. And I already kind of rated it. So price free, that's really good. Cloud, no, it's not cloud. It's a desktop version, but it's you could share it pretty easily. So if you save the file in Dropbox or the like, it would work to be shareable. Accounting, I think it's actually pretty good. You do have to know your stuff, but it is pretty solid. Income, it was kind of painful. Expenses, kind of painful. Payroll, you could do it manually, so that'd be pretty difficult. As a nonprofit, maybe you could do the workaround, especially with the donor restricted funds through those cash or those checking accounts, sub accounts. So what is my recommendation? If you were a very small nonprofit and you basically needed like a check register type of system, I think I could use this. I don't think it would be bad. Grade, I give it a D. So I started giving grades. So if you're getting QuickBooks Online through TechSoup, I give it an A. If you're getting it having to pay the full price, I would give it a C. QuickBooks Desktop, I give it an F. So, all right. So that brings us to our last time with GnuCash. And really, for a nonprofit, I probably wouldn't recommend it. Maybe a really small nonprofit, but the reporting's kind of poor. It's made for a small business. You'd have to force it to work. It's kind of tedious. And maybe it'll improve over time, but still for where it's at right now, I wouldn't recommend it.